Hello and welcome to Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV and to an ownership report on the Smart at 7,300 miles. So we last reported on Arnold back in January 2025 when he had covered 4,700 miles. Well, today Arnold is on 7,391. Or 75,696 miles since 2006. And as you will have seen in the oil leak video, we sort of serviced the Smart when it went a bit Pete Tong for Scottish car enthusiasts. Now that the Smart's been fixed, we're going to talk about what the Smart's been up to since the last ownership report. Most of the miles have been road trips to Smart meets, the Fife 191 and the recent Furious Driving Social. It's also up until recently been my daily car and was commuting to work 2 days a week. We installed a new air intake back in January. This is more of a style over substance modification. You may have heard me in the last report mention I was concerned it was using oil. All seemed well on the oil front until middle of March, and I noticed it needed topped up again. All seems fine now in the last couple of checks, but I'll keep a close eye on it since we've serviced it now. We also topped up the Polytrol coat on the paint for the first time since October, and I'm really impressed with the Polytrol product. It's got a great shine on the car once it's been applied, and to be quite honest, it does last a while. As I said, I hadn't topped it up since October, and even when you wash it in the months of winter, it was still bringing up a great looking shine. Any faults to report in 2025? Well, apart from that massive oil leak, mostly caused by me, there's been the occasional belt squeal when the car's been cold. Not had any of that recently. And we've had the little airbag lights staying on again longer than it should. So costs for 2025 so far are £815.26. It does seem high, but most of this is fuel and parking for work, tolls for the town tunnel, spring cushions which I still need to fit, the cold air intake, and as you know, most recently, the aftermarket oil filter and adapter. Aftermarket oil filter adapter and a screw-on oil filter. So total expenditure on the car since July, including purchase cost, is just over £3,000. I reckon it's getting close to 3,100, which seems expensive in the grand scheme of things, but it was an expensive start to the Smart relationship back in July when we had to get a new crankshaft position sensor, we had to pay for RAC recovery, well, lack of recovery should I say. The future of the Smart. At the moment, the car is now back as a sort of weekend car. As you may have noticed, I've purchased a new daily in the Skoda City Go, and I'm using that for work instead of a Smart. I think since the oil leak, I've sort of lost a little bit of confidence in the Smart. It's sort of thrown me off a bit of enjoying cars at the minute, and I'm looking for I was looking for a reliable daily car that I could use just for getting to and from work. So this has become a weekend car now. I still enjoy it. I used to hate convertibles, but every sunny day that we get, the roof's been down. And to be quite honest, it makes a great road trip car. I enjoy driving this car on long journeys. And when I do get to look at our cars, up until recently, there was nothing that really took my fancy, car-wise, until I got the City Go. There was nothing at the time back just before Oil Week that really took my fancy. Not to say though that the Smart may get moved on at some point. I'm not in any rush to it at the minute, but I've potentially got somebody interested, a couple of people interested in the Smart, one looking maybe to purchase it as a car just to get to and from work. And I've also sort of been mooting the idea that we've got friends who need a car just to get out and about, just locally, and possibly looking into that idea where we just give them the Smart just to get out and about, and that I could still use it for going to shows like Rustaville and the like. It's still not 100% set in stone yet. It's just an idea at the minute, but to give Arnold another lease or a new adventure, where I can still see it every day, or every couple of days, knowing that it's going to go to good friends is an idea that we've got as well. But as I said, it's not 100% set in stone as yet. If it does occur, I've then got to take off my private plate and put things back over. But I'm not in any rush at the minute, and we'll just have to wait and see if Arnold is still here in our next ownership report at 10,000 miles. But that's just a little update on the car, Arnold at the minute. It's now gone back to being a sort of weekend car. It's just only maybe done 50 miles since we fitted the aftermarket oil filter adapter, because it hadn't really moved for 3 weeks, and basically we used it for the weekend. We've just parked it back in the drive, and been using the two Skodas as the daily as well. The wife's been using her one as a daily, and I've been using my one as a daily. But we'll see what happens. If anything does occur, if the Smart does go off on a new adventure, then we'll let you know. But at the minute, nothing's 100%. Anyway, that's this Smart ownership report at 7,300 miles. We'll catch you in the next video very soon. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe at Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV, and we'll catch you soon. Farewell.